After Yuuya explains everything to Lexia, she finally understands the relationship between him and Luna. But the thing that bothers her the most is that Yuuya used a magic she deems as problematic. Yuuya tells her about the teleportation magic he used, and she tells him never to use such magic again, since teleportation magic is a legend within the world, and the spell has not been proven to exist outside of fiction. Therefore, if it were to be known that such magic exists, it has the possibility to lead to war. After that, he promised to never teleport without paying attention to his surroundings. It turns out that Luna was doing a terrible job at pretending to be knocked out, so Lexia snuffed out her play and told her to wake up. She walks over to her and demands to know more about her, but Luna doesn't want to talk. But after Yuuya showed interest in knowing her history, Luna told them her story, into what led her to become an assassin. We get a flashback of Luna, who was an orphan roaming the streets. Her daily troubles consisted of going through stealing food and stuff, all in a desperate attempt to survive. But one day, she was taken in and taught how to read and write by a shady-looking guy, and since her master was a professional assassin, he also taught her how to fight and survive. He then inducted her into the Dark Guild, to which he was a part of this group of unlawful criminals. Among other things, Luna completed various assassinations, and would later come to be known as the Headhunter. This revelation surprised Lexia but not Knight, since he had known that Luna was bad news. After telling her story, she informs them to do with her what they please, because now that she has failed in her mission of assassinating the princess, the Dark Guild will send out people to terminate her. Luna looks out of the window and accepts her death, but Yuuya gets angry and tells her that he considers her as a friend, especially after enjoying the short time they spend training together. Lexia interrupts and offers her solution to save Luna. Despite the reality that she was almost assassinated by her, she suggests that Luna serve as her personal guard. And since she and Yuuya are the only people who know about her attempt to assassinate Lexia, the kingdom won't execute her. And as for the Dark Guild, if she works as the princess's guard, they would find it very difficult to get to her. Luna feels that a criminal such as herself, who has committed so many crimes with her hands, has no right to stand next to people of light like the princess. Lexia takes her hand before jumping on the bed, and orders Luna to obey her command, since she was unable to complete her assassination. Meanwhile, Owen and his party are being chased through the forest by a number of giant goblins, as they try very desperately to catch up to the princess to ensure her safety. His underlings advise him to fall back and trust Yuuya with the princess, but he ignores their suggestions and tells them to keep on moving forward, until they catch up with Lexia and are sure of her safety. Back at Yuuya's house, the conversation moves on to Yuuya's portable bath, and Lexia shows interest in bathing, after Luna had described how wonderful it was. She asks Yuuya if he is okay for her to use it, but when he agreed, they invited him to join, but he respectfully declines. In the bath, Lexia accuses Luna of being in love with Yuuya, but when she denies it, Lexia then claims Yuuya as her husband, which Luna refuses her claim. They officially declare war between them, to win Yuuya's heart. Now that they are refreshed, Lexia offers to impress Yuuya by cooking up something for them, but due to her incompetence, she fails in cutting a simple potato, but almost finished one of them, when she narrowly misses their heads. Yuuya takes over as head chef, and whips up an amazing-looking platter. And when the ladies take a bite, they are blown away by the flavors. Then Lexia rushes over and hugs Yuuya without consent. This makes Luna jealous, so she fakes injury and asks him to feed her. After he does, Lexia also asks him to do the same to her. They both then feed him and later call it a night. In the next day, Owen and his squad catch their breath under shade, and after seeing that Lexia is alive and well, he sprints over with joy and excitement that she is unharmed. Yuuya apologizes to him and officially introduces Knight, and Owen takes his time to thank the Fenrir for saving Lexia. And after noticing Luna, he asks who she is. And Yuuya struggles to give an answer, but Lexia, with her loose lips, blurts out that Luna is the one who tried to assassinate her. However, she has agreed to work as her guard. This takes them all by surprise, and at this moment, Luna knew that the princess wasn't a sharp person. Owen and the knights draw their sword to apprehend the assassin, but the princess instructs for them to let her go. Though Owen doesn't understand why she would want the person who tried to eliminate her work as her guard, he lowers his weapon when Lexia explains that Luna had a clear opportunity to assassinate her, but she didn't. After everything is settled, Yuuya informs Owen that he is no longer have the time to meet the king, since he has a personal matter to attend to. Owen shows Yuuya the path to take, if he is ever free to visit the kingdom. Then they leave and Luna dismounts from the horse, before running over to Yuuya, kissing on the cheek. She thanks him for everything he has done for her, and Lexia sees this and orders Owen to stop the carriage so that she kiss Yuuya goodbye, but he ignores her demands. Later, Yuuya finds a good bond of water and decides to take a bath with Night in the open air. But shocking to him, they are joined by a cute boar-looking creature. It waves to him, which makes Yuuya check its stats. It is known as Emoju, and it has already been tamed by him. He picks it up and names it Akatsuki, based on its color as of a sunset orange rays. He appraises Akatsuki and sees that he has a skill called Holy Ground. This skill refreshes the health and magic to an extreme level. Knight then brings over a clock to inform him that he is running late for the Golden Week. Later in school, Teacher Sawada stands in front of the class to introduce the next competition, which will be a series of ball games. And since their performance will affect her bonus, she tells her class to put their all into it and compete to the death. The first game is football, and the PE teacher explains the proceedings and announces the teams. Yuuya puts on some gloves and proclaims to be the keeper, since he doesn't know the rules very well. The match starts and a player on Yuuya's team blitzes through the entire opposition before scoring a goal. On the other hand, Rin watches the game and sees an opportunity to distract the males on the opposition team. She uses the power of Kai's assets and asks her to jump up. Her weapons of mass distraction play with the minds of the opposition. However, this has the reverse reaction, as it boosted the morale of the opposing team members. Akira takes the ball and moves past everyone before shooting for the net. Despite the ball was shot into the top corner, Yuuya moves fast and stops the ball from entering the net. This catches the opposition by surprise, as it looked like Yuuya teleported. Yuuya is unsure on what to do with the ball, so Ryu tells him to throw the ball as hard and far as possible. After hearing this, he uses all his strength and launches the ball, which goes straight into the opposition's net. Yuuya wants to know if that counts as a point, but everyone is more surprised and concerned that he is able to throw a ball through all this distance. Later that day, as the students enjoy their break, the boss lady from the media agency stands out inside the school gates, before slightly removing her glasses, and revealing that she has finally arrived at Yuuya's whereabouts. And that's the end of the video. Please tell me your opinion, and like the video. Take care, and stay tuned for the next episode.